So you're thinking about moving to the Boise, Idaho area, but you find yourself kind of wondering, what is it actually like to live there? Not the glitz and the glam that's on all the top 10 lists, anything like that. You want to know the day by day, what is it actually going to be like to live there if I decide to move to that area? Well, today I'm going to try and give you a little bit of that feel. I'm going to take you on a kind of driving, walking tour of just a day as I go out and I do some errands. So we're going to go through, we're going to visit a couple of grocery stores, we're going to hit up Costco, we're going to grab some coffee on the way, and I'm going to show you some of the shopping centers and such that are kind of in this part of town. As you couple this with all the map tours and everything, hopefully this gives you a little bit more context of what it's actually like to get to these areas. What does the commute look like? What are the roads like? All of that. So if this is something of interest, go ahead and stay tuned because we're going to get into it right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put you on here. I'm gonna kind of take you through showing you what's in front of me kind of out the window so that you can see the actual roads and the commute that we're gonna be going through. In this part of town, one of the things that I talk about a lot on the channel about the pros of our area, I live in Northwest Eagle, but everything that we're gonna be seeing today for the most part is gonna be located in Meridian. So it's gonna show you, you really don't have to travel too far to go from town to town. So if for some reason you fall in love with downtown Eagle, perhaps, but you don't want to spend the money for Eagle, or you fall in love with Boise, but you want to be a little bit farther from downtown and the traffic and such, living in the towns kind of around really doesn't preclude you from kind of living your life in a city that you don't actually live in, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and hop in and let's get this going. Just rolled up to Fred Meyer. So Fred Meyer is going to be our version of the Kroger grocery store. So it's going to have all of your produce, it's going to have your frozen, your grocery store, everything like that. But it's also going to have a small like sporting goods section. It's going to have a little bit of like a furniture section. There's going to be your toiletries. You can buy some of your kitchenware here. Fred Meyer in a way I think is that Kroger grocery store, but it's not quite as high as like a department store feel, if that makes sense. Think of it kind of as a small super Target, super Walmart in a way. The Fred Meyers have their own clothing section. They have all of this, but for the most part, this is going to be the main grocery store that you're going to find around town. Fred Meyer, we come here a lot. We've just kind of gotten into the habit. It's very close proximity to our house. It is going to be a little bit more expensive though than the next one that we're about to go to, where I'm going to show you more of like a discount grocery store. If you're just looking for some basics, if you're looking for the bulk food, all of that. But Fred Meyer, this is going to be the first one. You're going to find these all over the valley. So this map here just kind of shows you where a few of them are in the kind of Boise, Meridian, Eagle area. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to grab a few things, and then I'll be right back and we'll take you on to the next one. So here we are on our second stop of the day. So I basically literally just crossed Chinden and I came over here to Winco, which you can kind of see behind me. Winco is going to be the place that if you're looking for kind of the budget grocery, if you're looking for a little bit more of kind of your staples in a way, Winco's going to be a little bit cheaper than Fred Meyer. Why? I have no idea, but it's always been that way. Basically, when we're looking at kind of the cost of groceries here, we look at it as Winco is typically going to be the cheapest. Then you're going to have Fred Meyer, and then you're going to have Albertsons, which is always just a little bit more expensive. On the whole, there's a few things here that my wife loves to get, and there's other things at Fred Meyer that she likes to get there just a little bit more. Now in this part of North Meridian, both of them are right in the same area, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. As I was kind of driving around, I took a little bit of a detour to show you all of what we call Orchard Park. So this is starting to get built out a lot. They have Biscuit and Hogs, which is like a local brunch bar area, really cool place. They have one in South Meridian that we used to love, so it's cool that they're coming up here. Giggy D's is another kind of like sports bar that's popping up. We have Little Caesars, we've got Wendy's, Olive Garden, Annie Ann's Pretzels. They're starting to have some more of those like chains kind of pop up here. This is just going to completely continue to get built out. Hopefully here I'm showing you a little bit of a drone shot of everything above so that you can kind of see how much more space there is. This Meridian library is right next to Winco, so everything kind of around there is going to just continue to get built out as time goes. There's some really cool options, but I'm going to go in here, I'm going to grab a couple of things from my wife, and then we're going to head to probably the best store of them all, Costco. So I just got done with Costco. Sorry, I forgot to film it before going in because I don't care where you're from. Parking at Costco is an adventure. So we're here at Costco. I am just a little bit, I think it took me less than 5 minutes to get here from Winco, kind of just shooting up Chinden. In this complex itself, we've got Burger King, we've got Cafe Rio, got a few of those kind of chain restaurants. There's Dutch Bros for your coffee, which is where we're going to stop by next. Grab myself and my wife something to kind of bring home and get a little bit of that caffeine jolt. But there's also a place, Slim Chickens. It's kind of like, for those of you coming from the South, Raising Cane's, kind of a chicken strip place that has really been absolutely fantastic. They've been super busy. But again, Costco. If you haven't been to Costco, I don't know what to tell you. You're really missing out. This is our go-to for a lot of things, but definitely dog food, those Fairlife protein shakes, so many things. And it's also where we get our gas, where we see here, it's quite a bit cheaper, sometimes 15, 20 cents per gallon cheaper than other places around. So definitely worth knowing where you're going. But let's go ahead and grab coffee, and then I'm heading back home so we can enjoy a little bit of this weather. Okay, so this is going to be the final errand of the day. We're going to kind of wrap up here at Dutch Bros, and then I'm going to head back home, get everything sorted. Dutch Bros, if you're not familiar with it, it's one of our big coffee kind of chains out here. Definitely a little bit more on the sugary side of coffee. If you're somebody who doesn't like any sort of sugar, flavor, or anything in your coffee, probably not going to be your favorite. I used to absolutely despise it. Now, I don't know what happened with my taste buds, but they changed. So our go-to right now in the fall is the pumpkin cream cold brew, I think it's called, but my wife absolutely loves it, so this is where we're at. The other big coffee ones, I passed it kind of on the way. It's down by Fred Meyer, Black Rock. one of my favorite places to kind of check out. So there's always going to be options, but overall, that is what a day of errands is really going to look like. I left the house about 45 minutes ago. I was able to knock out 3 massive errands, one of them being Costco, and I was able to grab coffee and such, and I'll be back home within 15 to 20 minutes. So everything's really in a close proximity here, gives you a lot of options. If there is another area in town that you want me to highlight next, feel free, drop a comment below. I would love to figure out how to give you all, again, this kind of boots on the ground feel. If you found this helpful, let me know. And of course, always a reminder, I am a licensed agent here in the area, so whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, I would love to figure out a way to help make your move to Boise as smooth as possible. But until then, I hope that you all enjoyed, and I will catch you all on the next one.